Hello and welcome to Book Reading with Sammy. Today we are going to read Curious George Roller Coaster. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Curious George Roller Coaster. George woke his friend up early. Today was a special day. They were going to Zany Island. George is so excited. Look at his face. So he came to wake his friend, the man with the yellow hat, way early so that they can go to Zany Island. George was curious about riding the roller coaster. It was called the Turbo Python 3000. Wow, that's a big number. It's 3 and then it has 3 zeros and that's 1,000. So 3,000. And look at that roller coaster. It is so huge. It looks scary and fun. Betsy and Steve had ridden it 9 times. Oh my goodness. They invited George to ride with them. But there was a problem. George was too short. Oh, look at George. He's not too tall. The man at the gate said George needed to be 5 candy strings tall to ride. George was only 4. Oh, he has to be this tall. But George is only this tall. Oh, now he is sad. He cannot ride the roller coaster. How could George grow 1 candy string in a day? Maybe he could eat leaves like a giraffe. Giraffes were tall. Look at that giraffe. He's so tall, but George is not that tall. So what can George do so that he can grow really quickly? Yuck! The leaves tasted bad. George took a bite of his candy string. Candy tasted better. What else could he do to grow? George thought exercising might help. He lifted a heavy bar. So we went to the gym and started to do workout, so that he can grow really tall and really fast. Then George measured himself. He was now 4.5 candy strings. Ooh, did George grow up that fast? George wondered if stretching would make him grow. He tried it. By this time, George was very tired. He nibbled on his candy some more. So he went to the monkey bar and he did some stretching. Maybe he will get taller by stretching. That's what George was thinking. But he was so tired after the gym and then with the monkey bar, so he started eating his candies. George saw a mother and baby. The mother told the baby that sleep would help him grow. So George took a nap too. When he woke, he measured again. Hooray! He was finally 5 candy strings tall. Did George grow up after taking a nap? What do you think? But the sign said he was still too short to ride. How could that be? So he was 5 candy strings tall, but he was still not tall enough for the arrow. Have you been biting your candy strings, George? The man with the yellow hat asked. George nodded. He was eating the candies. When the candy strings were longer, it took 4 to measure you. The man explained. Now that the candy strings are shorter, it takes more of them to measure you. 5. But you did not grow. Look at the new candy string. But George ate his candy, so they are shorter. George was so disappointed. Captain Zany, the park owner, walked by. When he heard about George's problem, he smiled. Since monkeys don't grow very tall, we have a special sign for them. So that's the sign for monkeys, and George is just tall enough. Was George tall enough? You bet he was. And so he could ride the roller coaster, and he is so happy. The end. See you next time.